friends, and welcome back to playing tribute to Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, where we are somewhere. I think last we left off with Layton and Luke. They were transported through a book, perhaps to Labyrinthia, right? Luke, wake up, my boy. Professor? Good. I'm glad to see you're awake. Yeah, glad to be back. Are you feeling all right? Yeah, I'm fine. I already forget his voice, I'm sorry. A bit drowsy, though. I guess I just fell asleep all of a sudden. Wait, now I remember. Professor, what happened with the witches? And where exactly are we? Well, Luke, I've only just woken up myself. We've been here in this house. House-drawn wagon. Horse-drawn wagon since I awoke. How did we end up asleep in a wagon? That is something we must now find out. First of all, where are we? And secondly, where are we being taken? There's another passenger over there. Let's start by asking her. Good thinking, Professor. Oh, there's the other passenger. Okay. And also looking around at everything else. Getting our hint coins. Vegetables. They're all quite big and tasty looking. Perhaps it is a vegetable cart? No, I don't think it is. We're not in London anymore, are we? We're not. British countryside or something, I don't know. It looks pretty drab. If this is a sightseeing tour wagon, the tickets had better be cheap. It is not the most comfortable either. And there's one more passenger, so I think it's not a freight wagon, at least. Ooh, what's out the window? Judging from what I can see, we're crossing a forest. A forest? This can't be London. Where on earth are we? There's not a trace of other people or even cars. We must be somewhere deep in the countryside. Yep, English countryside. Or something. Alright, let's talk to this woman here. See what she has to say. Excuse me, but I wonder if you could tell us where this wagon is heading? Where it's heading? That really is a meaningless question. It goes without saying, since there's only one place we could possibly be heading. I'm not sure I entirely follow. What do you mean by one place? If you really want to know, why don't you ask the wagon driver? Although, whether you ask or not, we'll be arriving at our destination soon anyway. If that's the case, surely it wouldn't hurt to just tell us. Luke, let's take her advice. You may have better luck with the driver. This needs to go a little faster. All right, if you say so. Her gloves are cool. Cool, just silent treatment. Alright, fair enough. Alright, driver? Hee hee, so you finally woke up, did you? I was wondering what to do with you both. I was starting to think you'd never wake up. Excuse me, but where is it that we're going? Me oh my! You didn't get into this wagon without knowing where it's headed, did you? Didn't get into the wagon. Well, in truth, we only just became aware that we were in here. Yeah, by waking up. Until just a moment ago, we were at Tower Bridge in London. I'm afraid we have no recollection of having boarded this wagon. You certainly say the strangest things. You're both still half asleep, aren't you? Half asleep? Of course not. As far as I remember, you've both been in this wagon from the very start. There's no way that's right. And besides, well, now, don't get so worked up, Sonny. You'll upset the other passengers. I know nothing about the two of you, except from what I've seen. My job is just to carry my passengers to that town. A town, you say? Well, looky here. It's just come into sight. Why not take a peek at it, huh? I'm gonna fast forward through this these steps because they're like way too slow. What a quaint little medieval town. The owl, visor. Captain, all present and accounted for, sir. I want you to keep in mind that the peace of this town is in your hands. If you forget that no matter what happens, the people look to you to keep the peace. We proud knights of the order will always protect the people. Yes, sir, for honor and glory. Captain! What can I do for you, my little ones? I want to join the Order of Knights and patrol the streets like you. Ha! That's an upstanding ambition, lad. Perhaps when you're a little bigger. Yes, sir. I'll do my very best to grow up as soon as I can, sir. I like your spirit. You see... Oh, you look so pleased with yourself. You don't really think a weakling like you could join the Order of Knights, do you? Hey, that's not a nice thing to say. Every boy wants to be a knight. Oh, what can he do for one as sweet as you, this bardly bard called Bardley? Could you sing me a little song? Something romantic to melt my heart? Oh, fair maiden, the pleasure is mine. A worthy song for a love such as thine. Oh, the love in your heart and the love in your head is full of warm like freshly baked bread. Sweet! Professor, look at those people over there. And they're all wearing period costumes. I've never seen that in London. You're right, Luke. This town would appear to resemble the one we saw pictured in that book, although I'm somewhat puzzled as to how we have ended up here. Puzzled? I don't know who's talking. There's nothing strange about any of this. Oh, the passenger again. You're the passenger from the wagon. The fact that we are here now is a predetermined turn of events. What do you mean? We were just brought here from outside. This outside of which you speak. Just what exactly are you referring to? Well, I mean London, of course. There is no such place, nor is there any such thing as an outside. Not here, not in Labyrinthia. Labyrinthia? What? You mean this is really Labyrinthia? Even so, that doesn't mean that London doesn't exist. If we went back the way we came, we'd be bound to come across it, eventually. If you don't believe me, then why don't you take a look with your own eyes? Ah! Professor, the gate is gone. Well, that seems impossible. The gate we came through was right behind us, wasn't it? Yes, it certainly was there. So, if that's the case, why does no one around here seem surprised? Seeing such a big gate disappear like that. Hey, where did she go? This is most perplexing. What's going on here? If this really is Labyrinthia, then could it be that we have somehow ended up inside that book? You mean the book book a spell it was showing us? Don't you? The Historia Labyrinthia?
That's right, Luke. Do you recall what happened to us at Tower Bridge?
Well, I remember when that book started glowing, but after that I'm totally blank. Professor, you don't think we've somehow been pulled inside the book, do you?
It's a bit early to be drawing conclusions just yet, my boy. There are quite a few people around here. Let's start by asking a few questions.
And finding some puzzles. Look at all the fresh produce, Professor.
It seems people here do not need to rely on barter. They have their own currency.
I love this music.
The flag bears some coat of arms, it seems.
Knights, coats of arms. This really seems like the past. They're selling various equipment. Swords and shields are lined up on display counter.
The variety of items on display suggests these people's civilization is quite advanced.
What, no hit points? Really?
Alright, well, I guess these guards are kind of in the way too. I might as well talk to the soldiers. Ah, puzzle. Finished patrolling this area then?
Yes, sir. Nothing to report at present, sir.
There must be even more on our guard than usual today.
Yes, sir. Oh, by the way, Captain.
Yes.
I don't mean to alarm you, but there appears to be a couple of unusual characters approaching our vicinity, sir.
What?
Hi.
Oi there, you two. What business do you have with the Order of Knights?
Well, we just wanted to ask a few questions about the area. About the Order of Knights. Are you really real knights?
What's that? You're not poking fun at the Order of Knights, are you? That was certainly not our intention. We were merely noting that your appearance is somewhat unusual.
You're saying we're unusual, are you?
Well, that's an unusual thing to say. We usually patrol Labyrinthia, doing our usual duty of keeping the usual order. Tell me, what's unusual about that?
If anyone's unusual here, it's you two. And I find it quite unusual that I've never seen either of you characters before. Which part of the town are you from? We, just came here on the back of a wagon through a gate over there. But then we noticed the gate had vanished. You didn't see anything, did you?
Gate? What gate?
But there was a gate. We just came through it from outside.
Outside? Now I've been patient with you two. But nothing you're saying makes a lick of sense. My apologies. I'm afraid it has been a while since we've been here on the main street. And I seem to remember there having been a gate of some sort around here.
But, Professor...
Look, I think it would be prudent to play along here.
There's definitely something fishy about you two.
Captain, I don't suppose these two are... No, I doubt that. Although they do look and act strangely.
Maybe we could test them to see if they really do live here.
Test, yes. That might be a good idea.
Uh-oh, we don't live here, though.
Quick, look at the book! Wait, we don't have the book anymore. Oh no!
I know a good way of deciding whether you two are dubious characters or not. What are you going to do?
Well, it's very simple.
If you really are upstanding members of this community, then you'll be able to solve this.
Solve what? Luke, it appears this town has puzzles similar to those of our own world.
What are you mumbling about? Are you ready? Then here we go.
It's puzzling time again, folks. Did you miss the Layton version of things? Okay. Everyone knows that here at the Order we strive for excellence. Ensuring you can properly block any attack with your shield is an integral part of maintaining that reputation. We're not leaving here until each and every one of you shows me you can block. Now show me what you've got. Slide the stylus to move the piece around the screen. Block all the swords. Okay, so that means that I can't have, I can't have a sword going off into nothingness like this guy is. So we'll need him there. There we go. He's not blocked. to be blocked there. What if he's there? Well, that almost made it. Oh, did I do it? Sword blocked, sword blocked, sword blocked, sword blocked, sword blocked, sword blocked, sword blocked. Yeah. I think that's all of them. Every sword has a shield with it. Yep.
Let's see if I've proven myself.
Yep, he smiled. I know that it's right.
Ah, the joy of solving puzzles.
He has such fun. Well done, perfect form. You've done the order proud. As for the slackers, consider yourselves training overtime until you get it right. Truly impressive puzzle solving. Of course, any member of our community could solve it, but those who can solve it with this level of insight are few and far between. You are no longer under suspicion, although I must advise you to speak and act with more caution henceforth. Today being a special day, we are on an even higher level of alert than usual.
It seems a bit touch and go for a moment, but I think we've convinced him.
Not only that, but it seems that puzzles are a familiar concept here, which means that if we run into trouble, we should be able to overcome it through our usual puzzle-solving approach, because it always works out in these games.
That's good to know. The puzzle is a bit different than what we are used to, though.
It seemed to be a puzzle rather unique to this town. All the more worth solving for it, wouldn't you say, Luke?
Too right, Professor. So what's our next step?
Well, my boy, first and foremost, I suggest we take a look around and investigate this town of Labyrinthia.
All right, let's do that.
But where should we start?
We know next to nothing about this town.
It's true, Luke. Although, if you recall, we do know somebody who has been here before us.
You mean Carmine, right?
Precisely. It appears that Carmine was able to leave this town and return to London. However, it was also appear that he was unaware of how he managed to do so.
So you mean Carmine's activities here might be our only clue to getting back?
I'm afraid so, Luke. First things first, let's see if we can find any signs of his presence here.
Right you are, Professor. Let's start investigating.
How are we going to find signs of his presence? Enjoy yourselves while you can, for you will no doubt soon realize the role you have been chosen to play. That was mysterious and ominous. Okay, well, I've seen everything here. No hint coins? Really? Can't even talk to those people. I guess I'll have to talk to these kids. Is that it? Yeah, let's talk to the kids. Puzzles!
I haven't seen you two around here before. Do you know where you're standing? Well, I may be wrong, but I think we're in Labyrinthia. That's not what I mean. You tell him, Cecil. Me? Well, I just said this is our territory, you see.
Oh,
Your territory? That's right. You two just went and walked right into our territory. Oh, I get it. You mean we walked into the area you always play in, right? Sorry, we didn't realize. Do you mind if we join you here for a while? You heard him. What do you think? I guess it'd be alright. More the merrier, I say. Fine, here's what we'll do. If you can solve this puzzle, then you can stick around. It's our initiation test.
it can't be too hard. It's coming from kids. 20 picker-outs. That means that it's easier. There are 4 dolls atop the music box. Each doll is facing in a different direction. Touching the buttons on the touchscreen will turn 2 of the dolls 90 degrees. Rotate the dolls so they all face forward. You cannot press the same button twice in a row. Okay. Well, I guess I just have to see what buttons turn what. Okay, those 2. Okay. Those 2. Okay. Those 2. Okay. And those 2. Okay. So... Oh, no, I did it wrong.
this one to me.
He has kind of nasally voice.
Professor,
Maybe I can
I did it!
imitate the nasally voice. That's fine. Let the dancing commence. Excellent.
Hey, you're pretty good. That was a piece of cake. After all, solving puzzles is my specialty. Yeah, me too. It would only take me 10 seconds to solve a puzzle like that. Really? I didn't know you solved puzzles. You just keep out of this. Nobody asked you. Anyway, you're now an official member of Promised. From now on, you're number 2. Number 2? Yep, I'm number 1. You should feel proud. As number 2, you can walk around the town freely. Not only that, but I'll let you in on a secret. If you check those green flags over there, you'll find something I hid there. Okay, thanks. Somehow I get the feeling that even if I hadn't become number 2, I could have walked around the town freely.
Hey, it's a hint coin. Hey, it's another hint coin. Oh, I thought there was one more. Oh, what? Oh, there it is. Okay. What do you have to say now?
Hey, number 2, there's something else you should know. What's that? I've hidden treasure in some other places all over our territory. For example, that flag over there. Try examining it and see what you find.
Okay, it's just... There's a treasure hidden in a whole lot of other places, too. Just help yourself to whatever you find.
As the boss, it's my duty to take care of my number 2. Thanks. I'll be sure to search all around for the treasure you've hidden.
Okay. And that's about it for that. Apparently, I can move now. We now have a chance to explore this mysterious town resembling Lena Spella's book. Okay. Let's continue along in the map here. Just making sure. Yep, I did all those. No hidden puzzles. Let's go to the center of town. Oh, there's the bard. Coin? It's a very detailed statue portraying a knight.
Professor, is this town ruled by knights? Gusts of wind are rattling the shop sign. Seems they're closed today.
The number of shops indicates the town's prosperity. Oh, what's that? Oh, there it is.
Meow. A cat! I like looking at animals almost as much as solving puzzles.
It's asleep. I'm relieved to know that even in this world, cats can safely nap in the sun. Okay. Let's talk to the bard. Looks like he's got a puzzle for us. Oh, what have we here? A man and a lad like 2 lost sheep. It makes me so sad.
Wow, are you singing for us?
Ah, how fascinating. This man is clearly a minstrel.
Minstrel? They were around during the Middle Ages, weren't they?
Indeed. In the Middle Ages, minstrels were a kind of professional musician or poets, although I do find it a little embarrassing to be referred to as a lost sheep.
Well, at least it's better than being called a little lost lamb. Right, Professor?
Little lost lambs, please have no fear. The bard, your shepherd, is standing right here. Labyrinthian town, so your ways be known. I shall give the lambs a map of their very own. You're right, Luke, I did prefer sheep, but it's most kind of this gentleman to provide us with a map of the town. It is my pleasure, it is my delight. I'm only doing what is right.
Thank you, Minstrel. This map will come in handy.
The sheep are happy, the bard is pleased, but sadly, that map is a bit of a tease.
Uh-huh. What do you mean?
It's a puzzle! Actually, the map I just gave you is all in pieces!
What?
Yep, it is a puzzle. A literal puzzle. Alright, 30 Pigarots, that shouldn't be too bad. Town map is broken into 12 separate pieces. Touch each piece to correctly rearrange the map. Pay special attention to the layout of the streets and how they connect. Okay, so in theory, the sides and the corners shouldn't go into the pathways, right? In theory. I also think that the houses may have something to do with how this is formatted. For example, I think this one goes on top of this one. Yeah, but I bet that that's in the middle because it's a circle. So, instead of just staring at it, let me do that. That's definitely like a center square going on here. So, nope, that doesn't work there. Maybe we go into another straight path. No, that's not gonna work there. Oh, it's like a target. It's like a target. Hold up. We're gonna do here. And then here. I mean, that makes sense, right? There's something wrong here. No, because those houses line up, and those houses line up. And those houses line up. No, I think it's right. Yeah, I just expected it to go off into its thing, but I think that it's based on how the houses are connected. I think that's it. I think that's right.
Let's see if I've proven myself. You should expect no less from a gentleman.
Woohoo! Very gentlemanly of you. Correct, you are now fully equipped to explore Labyrinthia. Oh, mappy days. I love that. Minstrel, you did it. You fixed the map. Well done. Now I can continue with my bardly descriptions of the town. Ahem. The sheep helped the shepherd, and now all is well. The bard, he can sing, of the town he can tell. And please think nothing of it. I'm just glad we have the map in one piece. Now let me tell you about our proud town. The first thing you should know is that it is round. Right is a baker selling bread for your meal. Left is a weaponsmith sharpening steel. In the north of the town, people gather and wait. And I must go soon before it's too late. This definitely seems to be something big going on in the north, Professor. Yes, it would appear so, Luke. Let's make sure to have a look a little later. Whoa, look at all the places. Alright. Now, let me tell you about our proud town. The shape you see is perfectly round. Okay, exactly. Alright, just making sure. Alright, little Miss Muffet, what do you got here? Oh, hum, oh, he, I'm just so happy. Why are you so happy? Well, that should be obvious. Today I get to gaze upon Inquisitor Barnum in all his splendor. Inquisitor Barnum? What's he like? Are you serious? I can't believe there's a young boy who doesn't know all about Zach Barnum. He's so splendid and handsome and kind. He's just amazing. I'm surprised anyone could be that wonderful. Oh, you'll understand when you see him. He'll be making his appearance soon over in North Paredo Avenue. Oh, hum, hokey, I'm just so happy. I have to go now and see what I will see. Okay. She seems to have headed north. She said North Parade Avenue, didn't she? Do you think some sort of event will be taking place there? I can't say for certain, but wherever you look, the townspeople certainly do seem excited about something. Could be that some kind of special social event is being held today. Sounds exciting. Let's hurry up and see what's going on. But we always go the wrong way first. Yeah, wrong way first. So let's go to the west shopping area. And then we'll see what's around elsewhere. Oh. Yummy fruit, yummy hint coin. Huh, the walking people are interesting little investigation they managed to do.
It's a sundry shop, but no one's here now.
Each item has a price tag attached. What currency is this?
Stealing coins. Swords, spears, shields, helms, they're not just for show, they're genuine.
This is a smithy after all. As far as I can see, the blacksmith knows his trade. Sorry, I keep slipping on their voices.
Cobblestones, they remind me of some areas of London.
The roads in this town are very well maintained. I wish I could say the same about London.
I'm missing a hint coin. Where could it be?
Make you sick by going up and down and up and down and up and down. Weird. Oh. Where was it? There it is. Alright, let's talk to these guys.
This is definitely the best weapon shop. I could blow a month's pay in this place. This sword, this axe, this mace, and that new shield over there. What more could a knight like me ask for?
They all seem to be painstakingly crafted. But I can't help but wonder how a knight would be able to move with all this equipment.
A soldier unable to wear this equipment is not fit to be called a knight. What's more, this amount of equipment is but the bare minimum required to effectively oust wrongdoers. Such a knave might come at me just like this.
I've noticed an occurrence most strange while on my night watch. I see 4 of my shadows being reflected by a light where there should be but one. What manner of witchery is this? Find my true shadow and fell this miserable curse. Okay. So it's not C, because C is too far behind. It's not A, because A has too many spikes. What is the difference between B and D? Oh, D's arm goes down. It can't be D, it has to be B. Okay. It's B.
Let's see if I've proven myself. Ah, the joy of solving puzzles.
Such joy.
The nefarious witchcraft has been thwarted. Excellent. You saw right through that shadowy deception with consummate ease. Such powers of observation are outstanding. If you notice anything untoward, be sure to let me know immediately.
Certainly, we'd be pleased to help. Unfortunately, villains tend to be careful too.
Recently I've heard many tales about badly behaved youths. It seems there are 2 in particular who are up to no good together. I intend to deal with them before any of the townsfolk fall foul of their misdeeds. So I must remain on my guard at all times in case they suddenly appear.
I hope it's not Cecil and what's-her-face.
He's definitely a knightly sort of knight. But these streets seem so peaceful, it's hard to imagine any villains around here. It's a shame.
Well, we must hope that they apprehend those individuals soon. Let's offer our support too where we can.
Right you are, Professor.
Alright. Oh, well hello there, you're new. Sure. Okay. Another puzzle. I say, sir, that's a delightfully elegant hat that you're wearing there. If you were willing to part with it, I would pay a fair price. I don't see any hats for sale on your shop front. Ho ho, you obviously don't frequent this part of town, do you? I'm Price, the pawnbroker. I deal with anything from heirlooms to hats. You can't beat Price when it comes to price. Ah, so you're a pawnbroker. I'm afraid I'm a little too attached to this hat to let it go. After all, it is the mark of a gentleman. Very well, I can see it's a treasured item, and rightly so. Never mind then. But if you're not selling, then how about buying something?
I wonder if the money we have on us would pass as currency here.
What's that? You're currently short of funds? Then here's what I'll do. As today is a special day, I'll let you have a little something for free. That is, if you can solve this puzzle. Now, I'll bet this young man excels at puzzles like this one.
You mean to say you're even selling puzzles?
We least using him as currency. Oh no! Someone has killed the king! The king was attacked! The attack has left him on the floor and unconscious. Oh, he's not dead. Cool. People rushed to the scene of the attack, preventing the suspect from making a clean escape. As a result, the culprit is still someone within the room. The question is who? Question those present and find the culprit. Remember, the assailant will attempt to lie his way out of trouble. Testimony will appear on the upper screen. Read what each character has to say and work out who the culprit is. Alright. Oh my, it could not have been the prince. I saw him in another room when we heard that terrible scream. We most certainly heard the voice of a woman coming from this very room, but the villager and the princess had not yet arrived. I noticed a woman come in shortly after I arrived. She certainly seemed to have taken her time getting here. The merchant and I arrived together. It's impossible for either of us to be the culprit. Maybe she's the one who... Yeah, okay. I hastened to His Majesty's side as fast as possible. No one but the prince and myself were in the room. Certainly the voice of the villager and because had not yet arrived. I saw him in another room when we heard the terrible scream. I think it's the knight. Because the knight might be the woman that was seen, or that was heard. They came in together. She saw him in a different room. And he heard the voice of a woman. Only the prince and herself were in the room, so... You have to be the one telling the lie.
Don't worry, leave this one to me.
Yay!
Oh, let me do the next one too.
The female voice the prince heard was that of the knight, who is a woman. The knight was the first to enter, followed by the prince, the merchant, the villager, and lastly the princess.
Just as I thought, a bright young man.
I pride myself on my puzzle-solving skills.
And your future is assured. A sharp mind is essential for success. With a mind as sharp as yours, you could even take over my business someday.
Just imagining you as a pawnbroker is certainly an entertaining image, Luke.
I've always been the professor's apprentice, and I can't imagine doing anything else.
Okay. I think that does it here. Let's, make sure... Okay. Alright. Get our hint coins and explore this place. The bakery. Labyrinthians do not seem to suffer from food shortages.
Can't be a bad place if there's so much food to go around.
Very nice indeed. What a lovely little town. I do like the medieval vibes of this game. It's really cool. There's some milk in it. There must be a dairy farm somewhere in Labyrinthia. We're just looking for some hint coins. Hint coins. It's a fishmonger. They're selling saltwater fish. That means this town must be close to the sea. Oh, there it is. Always the flags. Flags and sources of light. That's gotta be what I look for. Alright, what's this kid up to?
Wow, a bakery! It smells so good.
If it's a bakery, you want them around for a moment, but they should be back soon.
That's too bad.
But don't you think the taste of the bread has changed a bit recently? And the people working there seem somehow different too. But then I also feel like they've always been working there. Do you mean to say that you're not certain? No, I'm not. It's just that somehow I have the feeling that there are more people working there now. There's something I would like to ask you. How knowledgeable are you about the people of this town? The people? Well, I've lived here all my life, so I guess I know most of them. Well, what do you want to know? I would just like to know if you have ever met a man called Carmine. Carmine? Sorry, but no, I've never seen or heard of anyone by that name. You've never heard of him. How curious.
Do you think he was just going under a different name here?
More importantly, shouldn't you two be on your way? Everyone else is already headed there. Is there something else we should be doing?
Are you kidding? With all the townspeople getting so excited like this?
You two must be waiting as well, right? You're not closing time with a puzzle. What? There are 6 puppets, each with individually controlled body parts. They each have a total of 6 parts, a head, a body, 2 arms, and 2 legs. Controls for each of the puppet's body parts have been separated. Use the stylus to connect each puppet with the correct number of body parts. None of those connections can overlap each other. Touch the puppet head. Each puppet part will be filled with color of that particular puppet. You can erase by touching them. You can erase the entire set of colored. By erasing the head, all the puppet parts must be colored without any breaks between them. Assemble all the different colored puppets with the correct body parts and put them in. Okay. Let's start over here, because he's in the corner. 2 legs. A body. And 2 arms. Okay. Okay. Can I... Let's do that. There we go. Okay. 2 arms, a body, 2 legs. 2 arms, a body, 2 legs. Arm, leg, body, leg, arm. Yay!
This is my answer. As you'd expect from a gentleman in training.
Of course.
The puppets look very pleased to be standing on their feet again.
They're so cute. Pulling the strings is far better than having your strings pulled, don't you think? Bravo, brilliantly solved. Thank you. So something really is about to happen. You seriously don't know? Amazing. I mean, there can be anyone in town who would be so clueless. Well, if you don't know, why not come and see for yourselves? As they say, seeing is believing. Or should it be a picture is worth 1,000 words? I'm sure you'll get what I mean.
He could have just told us. This is all a bit exasperating.
Well, it looks as if we'll just have to go and see for ourselves. As soon as we finish looking around, let's head for the North Parade Avenue.
Sounds good, Professor.
Well, I do believe that we're finished looking around.
He's come! The teller has come! Quick, we must go and see him on North Parade Avenue.
I guess the game knew that I was done looking around too.
Oh no, I'm late! And I'd been meaning to wait from this morning.
The center of town is certainly bustling. Something looks set to start at North Parade Avenue.
Everyone's heading that way. Come on, Professor. Let's go with them.
I don't think there's anything else to see here. Yeah, okay. Just making sure. To North Parade Avenue.
This is it. He's about to appear. This is the moment I've been waiting for ever since I began queuing this morning. I can hear their footsteps. He'll be here any moment now. And that means Inquisitor Barnum will be with them. Oh, I just can't wait to see Zaggy Waggy up close. Come on. We're waiting. Once it's over, I have to get back and finish my deliveries. Come on. The people have gathered in the streets. We will all wait, waiting to see him to learn of our fate. Dearie me, look at them all clamoring for a peek. It's as if this has never happened before. It would be more fitting and proper to wait to the calmness and solemnity to show our respect. I always have trouble mingling with common masses. Now, out of the way, let Lady and her goat see. Attention, you rabble. Keep that line straight there.
It looks like it's beginning at last, Professor.
Oh, thank goodness he's talking for himself.
Yes, you appear to be right, my boy. The level of excitement is remarkable.
Layton sounds a lot older than he looks.
Hey, you! You with the tall hat! I can't see a thing!
I beg your pardon, madam. What might be the occasion?
What are you saying? I've never heard such nonsense. And to think that he is about to appear!
Sorry, but when you say he, who exactly do you mean?
Surely you two can't be serious. Why, it's him, of course! The town's creator! The storyteller himself!
The storyteller.
Huh? The creator of Labyrinthia? Wow, Professor, this is amazing.
And that must be this town's creator.
Thank you, storyteller! Thank you for granting me this lovely baby girl! Look at my mother! She was in bed, but now she's as fit as a fiddle!
People of Labyrinthia, behold your new story!
I'm pretty sure that's Dark Law. I'm also pretty sure she was the passenger, the other passenger. What's with the look? Why'd she look at us like that? That's weird.
Wow, that was amazing, wasn't it, Professor?
Indeed. But something would appear to be amiss.
Oh? Eek! The story is too horrible! Without a doubt, this is terrible! I already forget what I did for his voice. This doesn't look good. Today I'll finish up my deliveries and go home early. Up until a moment ago, everyone was so excited. But now that the parade has passed, the mood here seems totally different. They all seem to be afraid of something. Yes, it's very strange. Professor, there's one of those sheets of paper over there. That must be one of the sheets that the knights were throwing to the crowd. The problem seems to be related to what is written on those sheets of paper. Hang on, I'll pick one of them up. This doesn't look like a typical letter or anything like that. It's hard to imagine what could be so terrible. Let's start by giving it a read through. Okay, Professor. The fearsome witch moved deeper into the moonlit wood, casting a deathly shadow as she passed between the trees. And when the two young companions stepped into the darkness of the wood, they were drawn into her magic fire, and their lives were consumed in its flames. Well, that sounds lovely. After finding themselves in Labyrinthia, the professor and Luke saw the parade of the town's creator, the storyteller. But on reading the story that was distributed to them, the townsfolk became afraid. The horrific story in the piece of paper described how two young companions would be burned to death by a witch. Oh, lovely. What could that mean? A witch again? And what about where it says their lives were consumed in the flames? Luke, let us cast our minds back to what Spella said in London. I seem to recall her mentioning that those witches had followed her from Labyrinthia. So that would mean the witches we saw in London really were from this town. The witch in the story, do you think she's the one from before? It's still too early to say, but at any rate, this seemingly prophetic story is rather disturbing. You could say that again, yeesh. I only came here to see Inquisitor Barnum, and this story is what I get. Was Inquisitor Barnum not there? Oh my, what bad luck this is.
Oh, no. Things have been so peaceful, and now the witch is to strike again. What a fearful world.
What a horrible story. I can't stay here any longer. I'm heading straight back to the market stall where I can be with my lovely little goats.
Mary had a little goat, apparently.
Well, it seems that what is written here is indeed the reason for all this unrest.
It's definitely a little ominous, but it's only a story, isn't it?
Well, remember, she said that everything that the storyteller wrote happened. It's the history and what will come.
It's precisely because this is a story that we're all so afraid.
Oh, I said it right, but it wasn't written right, though. Shouldn't that L be a W?
Don't you even know that much? Without fail, whenever a witch appears, somebody dies. Even if what you say is true, there's no reason to be afraid. After all, it's just a story. It's hardly going to become a reality. What are you saying? Yes, what do you mean by that? Eh?
You're not implying that you don't believe in the story, are you?
No. You'll get your comeuppance for this.
Hey, you two. What's all the fuss about?
Us? Nothing. We're not making a fuss.
What is it? Is something the matter? Captain? It's these two, sir. They're creating a bit of a disturbance. Well, it's you two. It's in trouble again, are you?
Ah, the captain! These two here are claiming that the story won't become a reality. How can they say such a thing?
What's that? This simply cannot be. You claim that you don't believe what the storyteller writes. Could it be that you two... No, it couldn't be. A moment ago, they were claiming to have seen a witch. Honestly, that's what they were saying. Look, there are two of them. They could be the two in the story. The pair that gets killed by the witch. Well, they could be. Even if they're not, they must have something to do with the witch.
Professor?
This atmosphere is somewhat unsettling. It appears my original instincts regarding you two were indeed well-founded. You're clearly suspicious. Men, surround them. Oh dear.
Uh-oh.
Easy, Luke.
Professor, this isn't good.
Aw, it's so nice he was defending him.
Perhaps we should make a run for it.
Agreed. But running off blindly in any old direction is unlikely to prove successful. We're too unfamiliar with the streets of this town.
Oi! I wouldn't figure running if I were you. Just give up peacefully. Professor?
Oh, he's crying now. Mr. Layton, Luke, both of you over here. That voice.
Hang on, isn't that...
Could only be a spell, right? Voice came from that back street over there. Come on, Luke, let's run.
Okay, Professor. Wait, stop! Come back here!
So much for surrounding us. After them, men. They're getting away.
Yes, sir, Captain.
The only person that they would recognize is Espella. Is Espella back? In Labyrinthia? As I thought. It really was you, Espella.
But why? Why are you...
Shh. I'll explain later. Please, just wait here quietly.
Right. Where are they? Which way do they go? Captain, we seem to have lost them. What? They must still be here somewhere. Find them!
It's a nice little still image. It appears we've managed to elude them. But what now?
We can't stay here. They're bound to find us sooner or later.
Let's move elsewhere. If we keep to the back streets, we should be able to reach the square without being seen. Follow me. Okay, we're in your hands. Come on, this way, and keep quiet. Whoa. We've gone all sorts of places. That was rather too close for comfort. Seems you rescued us this time. It was nothing. I'm just glad you were both able to get away safely. But what are you both doing here in Labyrinthia?
I'd like to ask you the same question. What about you, Espella? What happened after we were separated in London? I remember you jumping aboard the cargo vessel. Did you have any trouble getting away?
Easy now, Luke. You mustn't bombard Espella with questions like that.
I'm sorry, Espella.
No, I'm the one who should apologize. I'm afraid it's just not very clear. I've no reason to apologize, Espella. But when you say it's not very clear, what do you mean precisely? Well, to be honest, I seem to be unable to clearly recall what happened. Is that so?
She was hypnotized.
After we put you aboard the ship, we should have followed after you. But at any rate, I'm relieved to see that you're all right now. Yes, I am, thanks to you both. It's good that we can meet again like this. I'm so happy to see you here.
Too right. We're both very happy too, aren't we, Professor?
You certainly are, Luke.
Let me guess. You both came here to solve the puzzles of Labyrinthia, didn't you? Well, yes, something like that. Right, Professor?
Actually, the truth of the matter is we don't really know why we're here. It seems as if, well, it's almost as if we've been sucked right into the book's story.
Sucked into the story?
It's okay with you, Espella. I'd like to ask you some questions about Labyrinthia.
We can't really settle down here for a chat, can we? Those knights might find us again.
Yeah, we need to ask Espella about Labyrinthia because she's the only one who understands that we're outsiders and won't, chase after us for asking stupid questions.
We need somewhere to lie low for a while.
I know. If it's all right with you two.
Yes?
For now, Missy Claire, the local bread baker, is kindly putting me up in her shop. If you don't mind, you're welcome to come into my room. Into my room? I'm afraid it's only an attic room, so it's a little small.
Really? I mean, are you sure that's okay? If they were to find us there, wouldn't that mean trouble for everyone at the shop?
Not at all. You shouldn't even think like that. After all, it was you two who rescued me in London, wasn't it? So if there's anything I can do, you must let me help with whatever way I can. Help in whatever way I can. Espella, thank you. Allow us to graciously accept your kind offer.
Okay. Let's make our way there, but I'll keep an eye out for those knights. The bakery is on the eastern side of town.
Can I explore first? Oh, we've been replaced. We replaced it with... The town of Labyrinthia is a mysterious place of witches and witchcraft where everything written by the storyteller becomes reality. Labyrinthia is a world in which the people live in fear of witches and witchcraft, and where knights are their only protection. Okay. Ooh, I can explore. Yay! Exploration! Exploration and hint coins and puzzles. A pile of discarded wooden crates.
They're just crates, nothing to see.
Oh dear, it's a scorpion! Behind a crate! Ah! Oh, it's just a piece of wood. It's a water fountain. The water looks very clear, maybe suitable for drinking.
There must be a spring somewhere nearby.
Many people come all the way here for water.
Then why are we standing in front of it where we can be caught?
The door and windows on the ground floor are shut. Could this be for safety reasons?
If this was my house, I'd keep the windows open during the day to let fresh air in.
The townspeople are afraid of witches, so they bolt the doors and keep the windows shut tight. Oh, last time coin. Come on, there we go. Okay, anything else going on here? Nope, okay. We've been told to go to the bakery, but first, I'm gonna go here, because I haven't been here yet. Oh, those kids are back. A single bell hangs in the belfry, perhaps sounded on a special occasion.
That's one huge bell.
She has nothing to say about it, I guess.
One hint coin. Some knights are standing guard at the entrance. I guess we can't go in.
It's plausible that the gods are there to make sure no one goes to ring the bell without permission. It's forbidden to enter the bell tower. Everyone in this town knows about it.
Look at that bench, Professor. Wouldn't it be nice to spend a whole day on it, reading in the sunshine?
Luke, we are carrying out an investigation. It's not the time to be lazing about on the bench. Yes, we should be on our way.
Puzzles?
Puzzles.
Boo-hoo! Sob, sob. It's enough already. Won't you ever stop crying? Why are you crying? The witch is coming. So you both read the story too, right? I'm afraid of the witch. Save me, sis. You vamp, you're a boy, aren't you? It should be the other way around. You should be the one saving me. You're the one who wants to be a knight.
That's true.
I can't beat a witch. Toast. Can you just stop crying? What about me, huh? How do you think I feel? I've never been a knight. Boo-hoo. Don't worry, you just have to be brave. You can still be a knight. And you can look after your sister, too. Here, it's just like in this puzzle.
Ooh, this time Luke is giving the puzzle. What does this have to do with a knight? Use the clouds and build a bridge across to get to the princess in the castle. Touch a cloud to move it up or down with your magic spell. Clouds that are raised become sturdy and perfect for crossing, while clouds that are lowered turn into gloomy gray rain clouds, unsuitable for crossing. Be careful, your magic is a bit off today. As a result, moving any cloud will move the neighboring clouds as well. Okay, so it's one of these kind of things where it's kind of like the buttons from the other one. There's your clouds, your raise or lower. Raise all the clouds to build a bridge. Oh, okay, so the thing at the bottom is... Okay, I see. So right now I'm seeing these are storm clouds down here. Whoops, okay. Oops. Don't really know how to fix that. Okay. Oh, I was so close. Clearly, I have no idea what I'm doing. I apologize for my lack of skill with this puzzle. There it is. My goodness.
Don't worry. Leave this one to me.
I mean, you would leave it to you because you're the one
As you'd
who
expect from a
came up
gentleman in
with the
training.
puzzle. Was that... How many pickrats was that worth? You did it. The princess is most happy to see you.
Wow, that's amazing. You really made it to the princess. Alas, the crying stops. You must remember to be brave, even when you feel afraid. Sometimes even I feel scared if I'm alone. I believe that if you're with someone you care about, you can overcome any fear. Got it! Thanks! From now on, I'll take care of Petal. I really don't land one way or the other. but I do wish you'd stop your crying. Yep. How sweet. So it's Cecil and Petal. Because I was wondering what her name was earlier. Alright, to the bakery then. Did I explore here? No, I did not get to explore the North Parade Avenue yet. I've explored everywhere else. Let's do that first before I do. Unless... Unless these guys are still here. Those two characters are slipperier than I thought. It seems they have left this area, sir. Shall we head back, Captain? The men should return to the guard post. What? This is a disgrace letting those two slip away from under our very noses like that. Let's take another look. Yes, sir. Sounds like we shouldn't be hanging around this area too long. Indeed. Let's head for the East Talking area before they find us. I agree. If we lay low for a while at my place, perhaps they might as well give up and go home too. Oh, but I can explore. Yes. One. The person who was waving up there is now gone. The townspeople were overjoyed to see the storyteller at first, but now... Yeah, honestly, he should have known not to say something about the storyteller's story not coming true. That is basically what a spell is told them. Oops, sorry. The atmosphere of gaiety has dissipated. The story has fearsome power over the people here. Shopkeepers and customers all look so grim. Where's the last hint coin? Any flags? Weird. Where are you? Here, hint coin. I only got 2, right? Maybe it's behind someone. Do they have puzzles for me? Did you two see the latest story? When you say latest, am I to assume that these parades are held on a regular basis? You mean you don't know that? People these days, no one knows a thing. Never mind, I'm a forgiving sort. I suppose I should fill in the gaps in your knowledge. It's not very polite. The storyteller appears in a parade before the common people whenever he writes a new story. You know an overstatement to say that I spend every waking day looking forward to the stories that he provides. So you look forward to stories in which witches burn people? What are you saying? It certainly happens to be the story this time. Usually the storyteller writes the most wonderful stories. That's why I thought he would give us a wonderful chapter today, too. Instead, I found myself caught up in the crowd. My glasses were broken, and I was bitten by a dog. Jeez. Don't feel down. Every cloud has a silver lining, so they say. Don't feel down! Quit breaking your glasses! Don't feel down, you say? Do I look like I am feeling down? Bah! No way am I feeling down. My unhappiness is recorded in the storyteller's pages, so be it. Oh, sorrow! Part of me is such sweet sorrow. That's not how it goes. It seems that not all stories are born equal. How do I feel that a person's character might have something to do with it? Still looking for that hit coin. I definitely only found 2, right? What do you have to say, Tugget? Ah, it's you two. You were causing quite a bit of a commotion earlier. You weren't causing a commotion. The storyteller's story is always right. I cannot abide anyone saying otherwise. Then you believe that witch will appear and commit some foul crimes? Of course I do. The storyteller decides everything that happens in this town. Whether folk meet with good fortune or ill, all that comes to pass is already decided by the storyteller. Whoever the victims are, they're probably up to no good on a regular basis. I spend every day as an upstanding citizen, so even if a witch does appear, I have absolutely nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about. Ah! It's no use pretending I'm afraid of the witch. It's over for me. You also go home as
soon as you can. Alright. Now I wanted to see if I miscounted my hit points that I had. Nope, I definitely only have 2. Alright, one more go through to see where that last one is. Very carefully. The art is very nice. You can admire that while I'm going through and aimlessly looking for this hidden coin. My apologies if I don't end up finding it. It's kind of incomplete that way. Maybe I'll come to another part of the story where I can find it. Maybe it's behind someone right now. Yeah, I can't imagine. That's okay. We gotta go to the bakery. Off to the bakery then. We're here. This is the bakery. I can smell the bread baking. There are some excellent bakers working here. Come on, I'll introduce you. Okay, here we go. I've already explored everything here. Ah, Professor, it's the smell of freshly baked bread. Indeed, Luke. It's certainly whetting my appetite. I bet the staff here are really talented.
Welcome! Our bakery uses only the finest ingredients. Upper crust goods for not much dough.
Mr. Wright?
Talented and highly enthusiastic, it seems.
The art style's
He's
clashing.
kneading the dough pretty hard, isn't he?
I would rather liken the motion to pounding myself.
Slapping that desk, man.
Mr. Wright, these gentlemen aren't customers. They're my friends.
Oh, really?
Hey, Estella. Welcome home. Hello, Maya. Where's Aunt Patty? The boss? She's gone to the market. She should be back at any time now. Sorry about Nick here. He didn't realize you weren't customers.
Not at all. There's nothing wrong with such sincere dedication to one's job.
Mr. Wright, Maya, meet my friends, Mr. Layton and Luke.
A pleasure. My name is Herschel Layton.
And I'm Luke Triton. Nice to meet you.
Ah, Triton. I was like, I know his last name is mentioned somewhere, but I don't remember what it is. Triton.
I'm Maya Fay. And this is Nick, my assistant baker.
Wow, they're really
Phoenix Wright, pleased to meet you. How come I'm the assistant?
Oh, okay. Oh, what is going on? Mr. Phoenix Wright and Miss Maya Fay. Somehow not quite the kind of names I'd expect to hear around here. Have you both been working here long? Yep. Must be going on 5 years now. Isn't that right, Estella? What? Yes, I suppose it must be. Say, you know what? Seeing as you're both friends of Spella, I think we can give you guys a little something. On the house, of course. Wow, really? Sure, why not? I actually just took some freshly baked walnut bread out of the oven, so... Core? Is that a Britishism? That's what that great smell is. I bet it's delicious. If you think the scent is good, you should try tasting it. You too, Mr. Layton. It's so good it'll knock your hat off. I'd be delighted to. It's most kind of you. Well, that's that then. Go ahead and help yourself.
Take that!
Our bakery uses only the finest walnuts. You'll go nuts for our walnut bread. The theme song does not fit the atmosphere of this place. It's very enthusiastic. How many times do I gotta tell you, Nick? You're supposed to say, here's your order. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. I don't know why, but I just get the urge to point and shout like that sometimes. Bad, Nick, bad. You can't keep shouting at the customers like that. The boss will be all over you, but like butter on toast. Yeah. Layton's just like, okay. That baker, he's quite a character, isn't he, Professor? Yes, indeed. There's something curious about both of them. Both seem somehow out of place in this world. Most intriguing. My room is upstairs. We can get that from behind the counter. Feel free to take something to eat. No! Aw, why are you sad? What's wrong? She seems to be upset about something. Let's ask her if there's anything we can do to help. Right you are, Professor. Exploration time. So hot, that's where bread is baked, huh? It's a sturdy-looking wood-burning oven. You can bake many batches of bread at the same time in an oven this size. Baking bread requires more physical strength than most people think. With the kneading, I guess. So much bread. A large variety of bread. One could have different type every day of the week. They're all baked to perfection, and the smell's making my mouth water. Ah, the smell of freshly baked scones. They would go very well with some tea. We also deliver bread to other parts of the town. Oh. There it is. Such a pleasant music atmosphere thing. Nope, I don't believe. There we go. Where the... Okay. Pots with lids. What's inside? I think these pots contain water for making dough. Let's see. Oh, they're heavy. They're full of water from the nearby well. Sorry if I came across as rude earlier. Please, pay it no thought. It's just that sometimes I get carried away when I'm pounding the dough like that. Well, it was kind of surprising to hear a big thump like that, even if you were just eating the dough. When you said take that, my heart nearly stopped. Hey look, he can point too. When I bake great bread, I guess I just feel the need to present it to the customer like that. Present, you say? Alright, Maya. Puzzle? Puzzle. What's the matter, Miss Faye? It's these loaves of bread. And after I'd arranged them all so nicely. It's all Nick's fault. His pounding messed everything up. Me? But I was only kneading the dough. What am I going to do? I have to fix this before the boss gets back. It's most unfortunate. Perhaps we can lend you a helping hand? Really? Thanks a lot. You've been doing me the biggest favor in the world. Maya, you could try to show a little restraint sometimes, you know? Not at all. Helping those in need is the duty of any true gentleman. Not only that, but if we all chip in and help, we'll soon have it all sorted out. Totally! We should all help each other out in times of need, right? The neatly placed loaves of bread on display in front of the bakery were thrown into disarray. In the process, it seems an extra loaf managed to find its way among the bunch. Take a look at the picture, find the extra loaf of bread, place it into the basket once you found it. Oh, you can turn it around. And I can move them. Okay. So... Wait, can I not move it? I thought I could. Oh, okay, alright, okay. There we go, alright. So that's that's not it either. It's away from it. Okay, no, it's this one. Oh my goodness, stop it. Okay, there's that one. Please stop blinking at me, hints button. I'm fine. Okay, and then there's this one, which is easy enough. All I'm supposed to do is remove the extra loaf. I do not need. Oh my goodness. I do not need to match it. There's this one. Okay. And then there's... This has two going this way and one going this way. Yep. Okay, come on now. All right. Yeah. Okay. And then we've got orange slice. That could be this one. Yeah. And then we've got 1, 2, 3. Could either be this one or this one, honestly. And then we've got this. Nope. This one's at the bottom there. This one's down here. I think the extra one is the one with 2 fruits on it. It's gotta be, because this one goes... Oh, no, it doesn't. Wait. I did something wrong. Oh, wait. This is that one. It's covering that. Okay. Which means that this one is here. I hope this is entertaining for you guys. Me working through these puzzles. And then that. And then that. And this one has to be in there. Because this one has to be this one. Or this one is. It's either this or this, but it's the same. So, I think, yeah, that does it.
This is my answer.
Woo woo!
Professor, I did it!
Now that's using your low. Is that an expression? Perfect! That's exactly how they were before. Thank you so much. Yeah, thanks. You really saved my bacon. It's no more than any young English gentleman would do. You said English? What's that? And where have I heard that before? Hey, Maya, the boss is back. Hello, everyone. Just as I was wondering what the commotion was all about. I see you're back, Stella. Welcome home, Aunt Patty. Were Maya and Phoenix doing a proper job of minding the shop while I was gone? Of course we did. Naturally. You know you can count on us. They may be calling her boss, but she seems like such a warm and friendly person. She certainly does, Luke. And she has a heartwarming smile, too. Oh, such flattery. You're just going to make me blush. By the way, Estrella, are these two gentlemen customers of ours? These two are friends of mine. They kindly helped me out once in the past. I was so happy to see them again that I invited them here. I'm pleased to meet you, madam. My name is Layton. And I'm Luke Triton, the professor's apprentice. Is that so? It seems Estrella is indebted to you both, so that's certainly a pleasure to meet you both. As a thank you from me for helping Estrella, please feel free to stay as long as you like. I really want fresh bread now. getting hungry for fresh baked bread. We just happen to have an empty room. You're welcome to use it if you wish. Thank you for your kind offer. Yes, I imagine you both must be feeling hungry. Well, actually, I'm more than a little peckish. Ah, you don't say. Well, in that case, let me offer you something special. My very own creation. Ah, wonderful. That face baked on the surface, a masterpiece. It looks like her face. With the little dimples. Yes, I'm proud of it. I use a secret technique to make it extra fluffy. Only the best for our special guests. This is great. Still, we don't really have a whole lot else to offer. Only bread. Only bread? I mean... Isabella, shouldn't you show our guests to their room? Let's just forget the bread. Forget the bread? Oh dear. I mean... Mr. Layton, Luke, let's go upstairs, now. What's going on? Just trust me. Come on. Oh no. I think they're in trouble. Only bread? Forget the bread? What kind of attitude is that? You two really expect to become full-fledged bakers someday? Any more of this half-baked attitude, now 3 in the oven until you're both well done. I wonder if she hit them with the rolling pin. I didn't expect that. I'm sorry, she's usually so kind and gentle. But when it comes to bread, I suppose it shows how dedicated she is to her craft. I guess it must be fun to live in such a lively place, though. Yes, it is. It's thanks to them that I enjoy living here as much as I do. Mrs. Eclair is always so cheerful and kind to me. And Maya and Mr. Wright are so energetic. Maya especially. It's certainly an interesting group, particularly those two. But, Isabella, what about your family? It's a bit complicated. Sorry, I didn't mean to pry. Ooh, it's a cat. Eve. They do voice acting for the cat. Now, a cat I can actually do a voice of. It does not need to do voice acting for the cat. What's the matter, Eve? Are you hungry? Sorry, it's my cat. It must be supper time. Ah, I see. Please go ahead. Don't mind us. Little kitty cat. Roof windows make this room very bright. It's a very pleasant room. You can see the blue sky through the windows of the roof. And Patty chose this room for me. That was weird. I was looking at this area, not this area. Thick volumes are lined up on the shelf. Labyrinthia books. Interesting. I'd like to read some if I have the time. They're all very thick. It would take you some time to read them, Professor. I like reading before going to sleep. I've read these books many times. I like the little cat. Cat stuffed animal. Hello, kitty cat. So, Isabella has a cat. Its name is Eve, huh? A finely groomed little cat, I must say. I'm sure Isabella takes excellent care of it. No, I don't want to leave. Jars with jam, perhaps? They're all vibrant colors. They look scrumptious. I'm sure this jam will be even more delicious on Miss Claire's freshly baked bread. I made all this jam myself. You can try some if you want. Yeah, it's her. It's such a cute cat. So well behaved and clever, too. Thank you. Eve is a real friend. Sorry to have kept you waiting. Mr. Layton, you wanted to ask me something, didn't you? What is it you wanted to know? Well, there are a few things. Perhaps I'd better ask them one at a time. It may take a little while if you can spare time. Yes, of course. Anything I can do to help. Thank you, Isabella. Well then, first off... Oh, okay, cool. After we separated. Could you tell us again what happened? Between the time that we were separated in London and your returning to Labyrinthia, You said you can't clearly recall what happened to you, is that right? No, I can't. When I came to, I was back here in Labyrinthia. I can remember everything until I boarded that cargo ship. But after that, I just can't seem to remember how I got back here. It seems the townsfolk didn't even notice that I'd been away. I almost thought the whole thing must have just been a dream. Until the two of you appeared here in Labyrinthia. It seems I wasn't dreaming after all. Yes, indeed. It all really did happen. You came to my office, then a witch came for you.
So does that mean that the witch brought Isabella back to Labyrinthia?
Well, I suppose so. But why was I in London in the first place?
Eh?
Why did I meet you two gentlemen? And what was the witch after me? I just can't seem to remember why.
Isabella, you and Carmine were wandering away from the witches, weren't you?
Carmine.
Do you mean to say that you don't remember being in London with Carmine? Carmine took you with him and tried to escape from this town.
Carmine took me with him, tried to escape.
I'm sorry, I do have a vague memory of Carmine, but why was I in London? I just can't seem to remember. Clearly she doesn't remember much. Do you remember this letter, Isabella?
A letter?
Yes, Carmine gave you this letter and instructed you to bring it to me. I followed his advice and brought it to me in my office.
A letter? Could I take a closer look at it?
Yes, of course. Do you remember anything?
I don't remember the letter. But this writing does look somewhat familiar. I do have a feeling that there was someone there next to me.
Isabella, are you alright?
I think I remember Carmine.
Really?
You're right, I do know him. I definitely know Carmine. Carmine was here in this town. In fact, he was in this very shop.
In this shop, Isabella. But according to the townsfolk, they've never even heard of him.
Yes, that's right. What they say contradicts what I remember. That's why I'm finding it so difficult to trust my own memories.
Please don't let that deter you. We'll be grateful to hear what you know. Please, do let us know what you can recall.
According to my memory, Carmine was working here in this bakery.
But there are already two workers in the shop, right? Mr. Wright and Maya.
These two have also been working here making bread for some time now. Or at least I'm quite sure that must be the case. Mrs. Eclair and anyone else around here will soon tell you so. That's why I put no faith in my memory.
This difference in perception is certainly intriguing. And the fact that Carmine worked here makes me somewhat curious. Do you think all the townsfolk could just be pretending not to know? I mean, maybe Carmine really was here and they're acting like they don't remember. After all, he did mention in that letter that he wrote that he escaped from Labyrinthia. How about we go and ask a few people around the town?
No, Luke. I don't think that's a good idea. As you are no doubt aware by now, a single word out of place can be enough to bring the knights against us. Not only that, but I really cannot believe that Mrs. Eclair would pretend not to know him. She's always so straight with people. She's never two-faced.
I see. Perhaps we should be thankful that she took us care of him. Yes, you're right, of course, Professor. By the way, in that letter, Carmine claimed that this town held a mysterious secret. He implied that he wanted me to solve Labyrinthia's mystery. Do you have any idea what that mystery could be?
Labyrinthia's mystery. I'm sorry, but I've never even suspected that this town holds any secrets.
Then what might have been that Carmine was investigating?
What was Carmine investigating? I think I might know what it could be. One time Carmine asked me this. Why is it that whatever's written by the storyteller in the story of Labyrinthia always becomes fact? If that puzzle can be solved, then we will unravel the mystery of Labyrinthia, he said.
So Carmine didn't believe that what's written must always come true either.
Well, I'm not sure, but...
But what?
It's only not sure that what's written in that book must come true. It's hard for me to believe that both of you and Carmine could doubt this.
Well, speaking for myself, I just can't believe it so easily.
Nevertheless, to the people of Labyrinthia, it appears to be a matter of common sense. Which is why those knights treated us with such suspicion.
That's true, but
Are you saying that in your London, there's no story?
well, there are certainly none that come true as the Astoria Labyrinthia does. In the world as we know it, such a notion is inconceivable.
As I suspected, Carmine is from the same London as you two, so I suppose it makes perfect sense that you should all think in that way.
Incidentally, what action did Carmine take after he came to suspect the story?
Well, Carmine often visited the Great Archive.
The Great Archive.
Yes, that's where all the volumes of the story are kept.
You mean to say all previous volumes too?
Yes, every volume of the story, so far, all of them.
I see. In other words, he wanted to confirm the authenticity of the story. But Professor, surely he wouldn't be in trouble with the witches just for looking at some books.
As I recall, in the letter he sent to me, he wrote, I realized the town held a mysterious secret, and decided to get to the bottom of it.
But before I could, they found me.
I believe that was it. Which probably means it wasn't just ordinary books that he was investigating. It's quite likely that the books had something to do with the witches. So you mean Carmine came close to unraveling Labyrinth's mystery, and therefore became the witch's target? That's what you're suggesting. I believe that would be highly probable. But why didn't the witches...
Isabella, have there been other stories involving witches before this?
Yes, there have been many stories about them. All of these stories are also being kept in the Great Archive.
And what do we got?
Stories about the witches are no doubt a source of considerable fear for the townsfolk. So why is it deemed necessary to keep such stories in the Great Archive? They're an important source of information for the Inquisition. Their prime objective is to capture witches and protect the people of the town.
So you're saying that in order to fight the witches, it is essential to read about them and learn their ways.
Yes, that's right. Stories involving the witches are under the authority of the Order of the Knights. And the Order of the Knights was established to protect the town of Labyrinthia. The storyteller, the Order of the Knights, and the Inquisition, they are the ones who govern this town. The entire fate of Labyrinthia is decided by the Creator, otherwise known as the Storyteller. That personage is the weaver of all life in Labyrinthia, including the current horrifying story involving the actions of a witch. It then falls to the Order of Knights to protect the townsfolk from such events. The Knights not only protect the people, but also act as the Storyteller's guard. And finally, the Inquisition is responsible for trying the witches in the witches' court. That's the manner in which this town is managed and order is maintained.
Okay, good to know this information about this place. Undoubtedly, it was the Order of Knights keeping peace during the parade we saw.
That's right. The storyteller holds those parades from time to time. He gives the townsfolk the story that will determine their fate from that time onward. The story this time involved a witch, which explains why the knights were on such high alert. I wonder what spells would be used this time. If only we could check in that book.
Just a moment, Isabella. What was that you just said? Do you mean to say that there is a book about magic?
Yes, there is. In the Great Archive. It describes all of the spells that provide the witches with their wicked power. It's a special book used by the Knights of the Inquisition to aid them in their investigations.
That's it. That must have been what Carmine was so interested in. He was investigating the witch's power. Of course, it is possible that he came upon a secret that he shouldn't have known.
And that's why the witches attacked him.
Indeed, Luke. That may well be the reason. The stories are respected by the people, and the witches whom they fear. There could be a certain secret connected
rehabilitate these two in some way. Thank you, Miss Fellow. It seems we now know where to begin with our investigation. So you'll be visiting the Great Archive? Yes, indeed. The book about magic that resides there may well provide a valuable clue toward unraveling the mystery of Labyrinthia.
We'd better get going with our investigation straight away, right, Professor?
Absolutely, Luke. We must solve this puzzle for Carmina's sake, as well as for our own.
Mr. Layton. Please take me along with you.
I'm not sure if that's wise. It may put you in more than a little trouble. It's likely that Carmina's investigations are what led him to being pursued by witches. And if that's the case, the path we tread may be fraught with danger.
Even so, I really would like to help you. Talking with you both like this, I too have come to believe that there must be a secret to this town. I want to help you find the truth.
Well, Miss Fellow, I suppose that settles it. From here on in, let's do our very best to solve this mystery together.
Yes, together. I'm the professor's apprentice, so if there's anything you need to know, just ask. Thank you, Luke. I'll be sure to do that.
Well then, without any further ado, let's follow in Carmina's footsteps and visit the Great Archive. I'm quite certain that's where the clues are waiting to be found.
Yes, let's go.
Bye, kitty cat.
Not you, Eve. I'm afraid you'll have to stay here until I get back.
She's okay with that. Oh, what's that?
Oh, my pendant. I almost forgot it.
It's a lovely pendant to spell out.
It's very old. I can't even remember how old I was when I started wearing it. Right, sorry to have kept you. Shall we leave for the Great Archive now?
Oh, Miss Bella, are you off somewhere?
Yes, I'm taking Mr. Layton and Luke to see the Great Archive.
Yeah, sorry, I missed another hint coin there, guys. Is that so? Well, you might want to hurry. It looks like it might rain at any time. Oh, yes, that reminds me. Could you get me something while you're out? Just on your way back would be fine.
Yes, of course. What can I get for you?
Some goat's milk from Mary. I forgot to get some when I was at the market.
Okay, I'll drop around to Mary's farm on the way back.
Would you? That's milk bucket ready round the back.
Milk, you say? Naturally, our bakery uses only the finest goat's milk for our milk loaf. It's so fluffy and white, it's delicious.
Cool, sounds great. Let's be certain to try some later, Luke.
I'm totally up for that.
Let's give a little look-see. Now that she's out of the way. Yeah, I agree. These hint coins are killing me, man. There was one there. I could just not worry about it. But the completionist vibes in me are like, no, by all means, find all of the things. Aha! There you are. Okay. Off we go. Let's see if we can find the last hint coin here.
Looks like the knights have given up searching for us.
Thank goodness. Yes, it seems you're right, Luke. From the look of things, we should be safe to explore a little more before making our way to the Great Archive. Yay, let's explore a little bit more. And find that last hint coin. Darn it. It's gonna be bugging me. Oh, yes! Oh, okay. We're done. We're done, guys. Thank you for your patience. Everything is complete now. Let's go to the Great Archives to find some more hint coins that are gonna drive me nuts. Here we are. This is the Great Archive. Quite the building. Wow! It looked impressive even from a distance, but now we're here up close. It's huge. Just looking up at it makes my neck ache. It must have taken considerable time and manpower to erect a building of this size. Yes, it did. The building has become something of a symbol for the town. Wasn't this what was in the picture with us there? Like with Layton and Luke and with Phoenix and Maya? Like they were in front of the archive? Huh? Hey, look at that roof over there! Oh no, what happened? Looks like it suffered considerable fire damage at some point. Was there a major fire or something? That was... I've been listening to her for a while. I must say, you really are strange. Who's that? Oh, it's this guy. Oh, it's you. That roof has been like that for some time. Certainly nothing new. Really? If it's all right with you, could you tell us a little about it? You two never cease to amaze me with your incredible lack of knowledge. Well, I guess it couldn't hurt to tell you. The damage is from the legendary fire. The legendary fire? Yeah, long, long ago, there was a huge fire that engulfed almost this entire town. The damage there occurred at the time. You can see other traces of fire around the town, too, here and there. The entire town was engulfed in a huge fire? All the townsfolk know about it. You're probably the only ones that don't. Thank you for filling this in. That certainly cleared up a few things. No problem. So it happens I had nothing better to do. It wasn't such a bad way to kill time. Anyway, I'll see you around. He is super helpful. To think that even a building of this size could be affected by the fire. The fire that spread through the town really must have been legendary. You're certainly right about that, Luke. Isabella, something the matter? Oh, no, nothing at all. Shall we make our way inside? Why are you acting weird? Miss Muffet is here. Coin 1. The symbol from the flag can be found throughout the town. It's like an owl. It's an odd symbol. Maybe it's unique to this town. The quills seem to represent the storyteller. It's his crest. It looks even taller when you see it up close. I can't even see the top. It requires a lot of architectural knowledge to construct a building of this size. Makes me feel giddy just looking up at it. Seeing it like this, you get an idea of how monumental the Great Archive is. I can't see any higher. Oh, and coin 2. Nope, not going inside yet. And coin 3. Alright, guys. Never again. Labyrinthia seems surrounded by cliffs and woods. In the distance, there's nothing but fog. The fog is so thick I can't see far. This place looks so mysterious surrounding the misty forest. The mist here never clears up. Alright, I want to bet that the mail carrier has a puzzle for us. Which she probably doesn't. Ooh, you do? Okay. It just won't do. It's completely unacceptable. What's unacceptable? There's no one in the world more splendid than Inquisitor Barna. And yet every time that a woman who gets to stand alongside this door we tell her, it's so unfair. Distributing the story to the crowd. Is that right? To be honest, I found her a little scary. I'm sorry it's all some plan of hers. I feel sorry for my poor Zackers. Oh, if only I could get closer, I could offer my support. It would certainly be difficult to get close with that bustling crowd all around. Perhaps even dangerous. I'd fly. Huh? I could float down beside him from one end of the fluffy clouds in the sky. And... what? She just, like, skipped ahead there. Also, I said float instead of float. Okay. Navigate Luke through the clouds and help him find the professor. Jumping into holes in the clouds, dropping down to the level below. Jumping up and... okay. So I just have to go through the... okay. So I just have to... to go until I find a way out. Let's jump down the hole. that didn't do anything for me. Let's go this way. What? Okay. I can't go that way. Oh no, it has to be this way. Oh no, I started bad. I started bad. Doing the control pad is so much easier than doing the touch screen, I would just say. Oh no, I can't go that way. Can I go this way? Trial and error, guys. Trial and error. I can't. Okay, this one. Okay, I want to go up. Right? Oh, that's a dead end. There you go. We'll go here. Okay. Alright, that is the same place I just came from. Wait. What? Is this entertaining? Are you not entertained? I hope you're entertained. My gosh. Okay. Wait, is that where I went last time? Yeah, so let's go around to this guy. That's where I wanted to go before, but I didn't realize that there was a path to him. Okay, now we're making progress here. Down we go. I don't even know where Layton is. Oh, that's different. I didn't see a hole there yet. This is gonna be a whole other place. Oh. There he is. What is with his face down there? This is a really weird spot. Professor! I made it!
Don't worry. Leave this one to me.
It took a while, but I did it!
As you'd expect from a gentleman in training.
Right, yeah, whatever. Like the professor had been reunited. Amazing! Professor, I don't think she's coming back. I can only hope that she manages to reach the man she's after. Would you? I kind of feel bad for the guy. Alright, let's talk to the mail carrier. Oh, see, I thought he was gonna have a puzzle and the woman wouldn't. Or actually, I think that might be a woman, I'm not sure. The fancy hair. Oh, not good. What shall I do? What's the matter? Is there something troubling you, madam? Oh, it is good. Oh, yes, something certainly is. Troubling me, I mean. Today's scary story. It's just so frightening. I may be afraid, but I have to do it. I have to finish my delivery. See this? A whole satchel full of letters. A letter fest. I have to deliver them all. Oh, my. That really is a lot of letters. If you'd like, I could help write a few of them for you. Oh, Isabella. No, it's all right. After all, it's my job. And anyway, you look busy right now yourself. A little, but we should always help each other out in times of need. I'm okay. Don't worry about me. I've got it covered. Right, I'm off. I can do this. I can deliver them all. The letters, I mean. Nothing can stop Labyrinthia Courier. Go, girl, go. She's gone. She really was in a hurry, wasn't she? But is she really alright? She seems a bit flustered. I think she's just very, very busy. Come on, let's head to the grid archive. Off we go. Can't be too much longer, right? It's been a long... I just noticed how long this chapter has been, or this... Yeah, chapter. This part. Wow, there are books crammed in here from floor to ceiling. Truly remarkable. All these books stories. Yes, they are. All of them. It's said that these were all written by the storyteller. All of these books? But there are so many. Excuse me, beg your pardon. Look out. Gangway! I've got him. Don't worry. His name is Dewey. Piece of cake. Phew, told you. No problem. Sorry to startle you folk. I didn't think there was anyone here. That's alright. It's lucky that you didn't drop any books. I don't think I've ever seen anyone carry so many books at once. Aren't they heavy? I love books, so I feel like a mother carrying her baby. If you love books too, why not carry a few with me? I do love books, but I don't think I could carry that many. You obviously don't understand the true enjoyment of books. Embracing books, being buried in books, the feel of books, the smell of books, listening to the sound of the pages turning, gazing up at the books piled high, being surrounded by books and playing with them. That's how to enjoy books. I'm not sure I totally agree. Do we? That voice, that's the smell, isn't it? Uh-oh. Here we go again. Please remain calm. You wouldn't want to drop those books. Just leave it to me. See, under control. Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you like that. Dewey, we've come here to find a book about magic. Magic? I should know. That is, never mind. Well, if it's magic that you're interested in, then might I suggest the Grand Grimoire? The Grand Grimoire, sir? I'd like to borrow that book if you may. Well, you'll need Miss Mysteries. Miss Mysteries? Permission. Are you sure you want to borrow it? Absolutely. Very interested in magic. Friends of Isabellas. Interested in magic. So these two must also be... Oh, whoops! No! I'm losing them. Silence! Silence in the library. I wonder if that's Miss Mystery. Riddle Mystery? There are two identical statues, one on each side. The statues portray people reading. Maybe that's supposed to motivate those who came here to read more. The statues look much bigger when you get closer. This appears to be documentation on accidents in criminal cases. There's nothing on magic or witches here. Seems like something that Phoenix would be interested in. A candle chandelier! How do they light the candles? I would venture a guess that they light them from the second floor with the aid of a long stick. Reading by candlelight can ruin your eyesight. Oh, I remember seeing very bright streetlights in London. They were so strange. Yes, so strange. 1, 2... An owl statue. It's a frequently used motif in this town. Oh, that's right. The flags also have an owl symbol on them. I was right. They are owls. One more mint coin. One more mint coin. Besides dropping books. Only Miss Mystery can give permission to borrow the Grand Grimoire, but I doubt you would allow it. Puzzle. You are a puzzle, is what you are. The Great Archive was founded for those in the noble pursuit of knowledge. I must ask you to be a little quiet, please. Dewey, as a budding librarian, I would have thought you would have known better. I'm sorry, Miss Mystery, but these people say they want to borrow the Grand Grimoire. Did you say the Grand Grimoire? You're Svella Cantabella. You of all people must know the significance of the Grand Grimoire. It's an important piece of literature which can only be viewed by learned persons of significant status. It's not like I can just give my permission to whoever asks for it, you know. I understand that, but this man... I'm sorry, but rules cannot be changed. And the request is all mine, and that could prove indispensable for my investigations into magic. And you are... Excuse me, but may I ask your name? I'm Herschel Layton. I'm investigating this town. You could say I'm a traveler, so to speak. A traveler? I'm afraid I've never come across such a profession. Well, I suppose we can return to that later. My name is Riddle Mystery. I'm a librarian as well as a curator of the Great Archive, and I am therefore responsible for all pieces of work here, including the Grand Grimoire. I'm afraid that no matter what your profession is or who you are, it is beyond my authority to let you in the Grand... lend you the Grand Grimoire. It's simply against the rules. And the rules? Can't you make an exception for us? Please leave this to me. I can understand that you are unable to show this book to just anyone. However, as you yourself said just a moment ago, the Great Archive was founded for those who know the pursuit of knowledge. And I am currently very much in the pursuit of knowledge regarding magic. Perhaps you would consider letting me at least peruse the only land presence of significant status, and in particular inquisitors, are permitted to refer to the Grand Grimoire. Inquisitors. Those who administer justice in this town, Knights of Wisdom as they are known. Only somebody with equal status to that of an Inquisitor with the same level of wisdom would qualify. So, if I could demonstrate the required level of wisdom, then I would qualify? You certainly are persistent, gentlemen. Very well, let's see what you make of a trial. This trial has been used in the past to test the ability of aspiring Inquisitors. If you're able to clear this trial, then I will acknowledge that your wisdom matches that of an Inquisitor. If you can achieve this, then as curator of the Great Archive, I will let you have it. Splendid. Then by all means, do it. You certainly have some confidence. Let's see if you can live up to it. Do you think you can pass this trial, at which so many hopefuls have stumbled? Let's find out. See what you can do with this. Oh, well, it's 20, so... Make your way through the maze of strange clocks into the goal. You can only move in the direction of the clock hands. With each step you take, the clock hands will rotate 90 degrees, so take care. Touch the arrows to touch screen to make the night. Note that the knight is only able to move in the direction indicated by the clock hands. Pay attention to the clock hands to find your way through the clock maze. Okay, I can only go to the right. And now I'm forced to go to the right. If I go to the right, it'll point down, and then I can go down and down. No, that won't work. Because if it goes down, then I'll have to be forced to go down, and then down again. And by that time, that'll be pointing downward. Off the map. So I have to go down now. Okay, now I can go up and make myself a circle, or I can go down and then right, and then right. Right. And I would be going up. Almost there. Left. There we go.
Let's see if I've proven myself. You should expect no less from a gentleman.
Not bad. You've proven that time truly doesn't stop for anyone. This be? It hardly seemed a challenge for you. Who are you? And how did you do that? So effortlessly. More importantly than who I am, there is one thing of which I am certain, and that is that every puzzle has an answer. So do I qualify? She's gonna give me another one, isn't she? Not so fast! Do you really believe that my permission can be obtained as easily as that? She is going to be right. There was no more than a preliminary trial. Is it another one? Separate the wheat from the chaff. Now for the real trial. Even a man of your caliber should find this challenging. This trial will have your eyes rolling and your head spinning. Is it going to be another clock one? Miss Mystery, I've never seen you get this excited. Silence! Be quiet, Dewey. Sorry. I assume it's safe to predict that this will not be quite so simple. This will put an end to that overconfidence. Prepare to lose your mind in this mind-bending puzzle. Oh gosh, it's worth double the points. Oh no, what has happened? What? What? You can only move in the direction of the clock hands. With each step you take, the clock will rotate 90 degrees. However, note that the clock hands on the purple clocks appear to rotate at 3 times the speed of the regular clocks. Better watch your step. Oh gosh, okay. 3 times. Which means it'll go backwards 90 degrees, surely. Okay. I have to do this. Before I forget, I must warn you, you no longer have the luxury of undoing a move. Did I have that before? One teeny tiny miscalculation is game over. I do hope you don't mind. But I can restart. Okay. My only choice is this one. Okay. So, if I go down, I will be forced to go to the left. Next. I go down. And then I'll be up or down. Oh man, I have to think like 10 steps ahead. Okay. So, if I go down, up and down, left, down, okay. Then I could go to the right. Yeah, because going to the right will not lead me anywhere helpful. Oh shoot, that was the wrong choice. That was not the right choice. No, I can't go that way. Okay. That won't lead me anywhere good. That won't lead me anywhere good. Yeah. Oh dear. I'm doing the same thing I was doing before. Yep, this is the same thing I did before. Okay. I can't go that way. No, I literally can't go that way. Okay. My path across the top is wrong. Down. There it is. Whew.
I've already seen the answer. That was indeed an intriguing puzzle.
Indeed. Last minute change to the rules of the maze is clearly not enough to catch you out. How? My mind-bending puzzle. You didn't lose your mind. On the contrary, you found the solution. That's just impossible. My glasses, my book. Don't look at me. My glasses, let me put them on. Just a moment. That reminds me of Flinch. He's like, oh, don't look at me. If I can't see you, you can't see me. That's better. I apologize. For a moment there, I lost my composure. But to see my trial cleared like that, it seems I underestimated you, sir. It was a fascinating puzzle. No more than I'd expect from the curator of the Great Archive. I find your confidence rather disconcerting. I hope someday to have the pleasure of showing you a puzzle that will make those little round eyes of yours spin on your head. But nevertheless, as a promise is a promise, I hereby grant your permission. The special viewing room containing the Grand Grimoire is located on the first floor. As I'm sure you're already aware, that book is of unparalleled importance. By no means may it be treated with anything but the utmost care. Of course, Miss Mystery. Thank you for granting me permission. Well then, shall we proceed to the special viewing room? I shall have to accompany you since the room's locked. Let's do it. You did it, Professor! You cleared both trials in one fell swoop! It was amazing, Mr. Layton. It's well known that Miss Mystery is an avid collector of puzzles, and I've heard that the puzzles she presents are always very difficult to solve. I see, so there are collectors of puzzles in this place, too. What do you mean? Oh, nothing important. That's a thing in the Layton games, I think. It's the way to go to do puzzles that you missed. Not the hidden ones, though, apparently. But, like, the obvious ones, if you somehow missed them, they keep them in the book. And so you can go back and do them, even if you missed them in the previous chapter. Right then. No use in waiting around. Let's go and take a look at the Grand Grimoire. Right you are, Professor! Alright. Here we go. Do you have anything to say about what we just did? Oh, puzzle. Okay. Like, his puzzle would have been one if I missed it. It's really amazing overcoming Miss Mystery's trials like that. That reminds me of a puzzle of my own that feels right at home here in the library. Puzzle for true book lovers. It's a long one, guys. Thank you for sticking around. The books on the shelves are out of order. When correctly arranged, the book's spines form an illustration. Rearrange the books so that they are correctly lined up. On the top screen, you'll find a picture of the books seen from below. Don't mind the burnt parts, still just as helpful. Seen from below? That's not helpful. Oh, but they also form an illustration. Okay. So we need to get all of the red ones over here. This is triangular. That's round, and that's more of like a squarish kind of thing. Oops. Oh wait, that's triangular too. There you go, I can see an illustration there. Triangular, squarish, and squarish. So we got the three reds. We got a woman here. We got round, triangular, round, square, square, something, triangular, square. I think that's it.
I've already seen the answer.
Yes, I have.
Ah, the joy of solving puzzles.
Such joy. Now doesn't it feel good to have things neat and in order? Yes, it does. Just what I'd expect from someone who sailed through Miss Mystery's trial. I must polish my own puzzle-solving skills. Okay. Let's, looks like there's, hint coins to be found up here, too. This is the special viewing room. I'm
sure gentlemen such as yourself will understand. But seeing as this is a special room open to general public, I must insist that you all be on your best behavior. Wow, this room feels so grand and elegant. It's my first time in here too. I must admit I feel a little nervous.
Certainly does give some indication of the importance of the book being kept here. That book in the center must be the Grand Grimoire. Yep, we'll read that in a second.
Oh, these colors and the brush strokes. This wasn't painted by some amateur.
An abstract painting of soft colors. Reminds me of a meadow in spring.
Huh? If you look at it from a distance, it resembles an animal.
Look, it has a title, A Very Happy Cow.
Oh, hidden coins are usually at candles and other places of light. Where? Oh, what? I heard it. There it is. Hidden coin behind the curtain. 1, 2. It's locked. I can't even peek inside.
A cabinet that cannot be opened. Smells like a puzzle to me.
It won't open no matter how much I push or pull. Maybe it's locked with a puzzle?
There's no keyhole. How can we open it? Oh, it appears we could not open it simply because the door is not fitted properly. Ah, puzzle solved.
It looks like candles are only the source of light at night in the Great Archive.
Quiet great archive bathed in warm candlelight. It's very peaceful.
Looks very nice, but I wouldn't want to be the one who replaces all these candles when they burn out.
It's a fair point, Luke. Very fair point. Oh. Great. Nice of them to start us with 30 before we started finding much.
This tome is the Grand Grimoire. Please treat it with care.
Will do. Oh, I thought it was going to activate a puzzle.
This is incredible. It's crammed with information about magic. People say it's the magic used by the witches. If that's so, then the magic we saw in London must be here somewhere too.
That may well be true, Luke. A tome as thick as this must surely contain such information.
Finding it is a bit daunting, though. Huh? What's this, Professor? This page is different from the others.
What is this?
This page isn't about magic at all. Something about it makes me feel uneasy.
Luke, this page appears to be addressed to someone, don't you think?
Oh, you mean like a message? Let's read it, Professor.
From a time long ago, the ancient flame has been locked in an infinite vault of books, waiting for the awakening. When the sun and moon watching over the sage swap places to show their true form, the door to the past will open. Once a person of perspicacity has fulfilled the challenge, the door will be open. Until then, I will wait for the time of the awakening. That's spooky.
What is this? How can this be? Why is this in here? How does something like this get into the Grand Grimoire? It's just not possible. I can't understand it. No one entered the special viewing room before you came here. And whenever someone enters this room, I always accompany them in this way. So that means that the page must have changed at some point, doesn't it? Could that really be possible? Perhaps it's some kind of device. Unthinkable! There's only one key to this room, so no one can enter without being granted my permission. I assure you it's true on my honor as a curator. But then how can anyone has done this?
Luke, I believe we both know who might be capable of such an act.
You mean witches, don't you? Witches?
We don't know yet who changed that page, but the more important matter is what's written here. The infinite vault of books mentioned here presumably refers to the Great Archive, which implies there's a secret of some sort hidden within the library.
Professor, what about this part? A person of perspicacity?
I believe that could be referring to Carmina. He came here regularly to investigate, so it's certainly somewhat likely, which means our next objective is to find the answer that he was looking for.
It's a bit of a spooky message. But if we can open this door to the past, then we'll surely be one step closer to solving the mystery. Just a moment, please. I'm the curator here, and I won't be allowing you to investigate anything without my permission. So you mean we can't investigate? Not at all. I'm simply insisting that you allow me to accompany you. There should be no doors inside this library that I don't know about. And even if there is something hidden somewhere, as suggested by this message, it's my duty as curator to know what that is. I completely understand, Miss Mystery. We can only benefit from your presence. Now then, how about we all make our way back to the entrance? Let's think about what the story will be from there. Okay, sun and moon, and a sage. But Professor, supposing there is a door, the message is such a puzzle in itself, don't you think it'll be difficult to find? You may be right. This library is so large. Finding anything surely take a good deal of our time. No, I think not. You're both missing something here. I believe I may well know what's meant by the words in this message. Really, Professor? Yes. I'll just remember the wording. From a time long ago, ancient flame has been locked in infinite realm of books waiting the awakening. So just reviewing it. When the sun and moon watching over the sage switch places to show their true form, the door to the past will open. Once a person persisted, the door will be open. The end. Until then, I will wait for the time of the awakening. The end. If you'll both take a look around this room, you'll notice we are surrounded by books. There's probably nowhere else in the library with more books than there are right here. Is that a flame and a moon? Is that a sun and a moon? Our books extending all the way up. We're completely surrounded by them. And the key to opening the doors in the sun and moon watching over the sage. What could that mean? There are no windows, so no light can come from the sun or the moon. Precisely, which means it's not the real sun and moon that are being referred to. Stained glass windows, I think, were there. They're located where they can watch over the sage, in other words, behind. Perhaps you've already realized to whom the sage is referring. Right then, let's find the sun and moon watching over the sage and open the door. I think that this is something too. Yeah, there we go. And the sun was on the left and the moon was on the right. Oh, what is that? It's a sun and a moon construction. So the sage must be... That's right. The sage of this library refers to the curator. And the sun and moon construction is located right behind her seat. So that's what the sun and moon watching over the sage was referred to. And when the sun and moon swap places, their true form will be shown. And the door to the past will open, so all we need to do is work out what that means. But what does it mean by their true form? Well, if we interpret it at face value, it would suggest that we are currently seeing their untrue form. Oh, do they become something? Shh, like move it around is like a puzzle. Seems to be some sort of mechanism in place. Professor, if you look closely, there seems to be a puzzle hidden here. Aha! Oh, it's a slidey puzzle. There are 2 tiles on each side with an image of the sun and the moon. Maneuver the house, the sun and the moon swap sides. That is quite the spelling of maneuver there, British people. Cannot move a place where there's not enough space for it to fit. Alright, here we go. I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing here.
first step was getting them over there. Now, to put them in the proper places. That should do it, right? Right, but I did it wrong. That would do it, but I did it wrong. Okay, there we go, there we go. All right. There, the sun is good. And now the moon is good. Yay.
Allow me to show you my puzzle-solving skills.
My puzzle-solving skills.
Ah, the joy of solving puzzles.
Such joy. The mysterious library puzzle is solved. But just what will happen next? Something exciting. Wait, that's not just a carpet? What's that? Is that how the floor was shaped? Professor! There's a stairway! I would have thought there could be anything like this hidden here. The ancient flame has been locked in an infinite vault of books. I wonder just what we'll find down there. An ancient flame? An entrance to a basement below the Great Archive? Am I right in thinking you knew nothing of the stairway's existence? That's right. And if I, the curator, knew nothing of it, then surely no one else could. It's hard to believe that a secret such as this could have been hidden here all this time. Who could have possibly left such a message? You indeed. It might be wise not to let anyone see what has been revealed here. I agree. I'll be back as soon as I've asked the other visitors to leave for the building. Well then, are you both ready? You betcha! Let's go, Professor! You too, Espella! Okay then, Luke. Alright. Down we go. To the basement. Oh my. This place appears to be some sort of historic site. It's amazing to think a place like this could exist under the library. I wonder when it dates from. And that mural! Yeah, that's what I was looking at too. It can't be. Well, she focused on the mural, which means that we can't focus on the mural yet. The ceiling around here caved in. Walls have gone vertical too. It must be dangerous to stay here too. It may be dangerous to stay here too. I hope the cellar isn't going to collapse. 2, 3. Okay. We've got the mural, we've got this, and we've got her. This wall painting is a bit scary, isn't it? A monster attacking a burning town? There's also a woman hurling fire. I suppose she must be a witch. That woman is the Great Witch. Miss Mystery? This certainly doesn't bode well. A painting of the Great Witch here. Do you know anything about the witch in this painting? You don't know of the Great Witch. But how can that be possible for a man of your learning? Well, that's... Never mind. I'm sure you must have your reasons. I don't wish to pry. I appreciate that. Would you mind perhaps telling us a bit about this witch? The woman in this painting is the Great Witch Bozella. And this painting depicts the infamous legendary fire that she caused. The legendary fire? It's the fire that kid was talking about. She's the witch in charge of all witches, whose very existence poses the greatest threat known to Labyrinthia. The Great Witch Bozella cannot be considered the same as other witches.
She is the root of all Labyrinthia's woes. The Great Witch, Bazella. Oh, the Great Witch, Bazella. At first I thought that was her hand, but that looks like a creature of some sort, like a dragon. What do you mean by the root of all Labyrinthia's woes? The reason for all Labyrinthia's suffering at the hands of witches lies in the very existence of the Great Witch Bazella. Would you mind elaborating? The Great Witch Bazella is the source of all the other witches. As long as she exists, there will be no end to other witches. While the Great Witch Bazella is with us, the townspeople will forever live in fear, under the shadow of witches. So you mean that if there were no Great Witch, there'd be peace? No Great Witch. That's easy enough to say. But while all the knights have been searching for Bazella, nobody has ever been able to find her. There are very few clues, and no one has ever seen her in person. Nevertheless, the Great Witch, Bazella, is undoubtedly present in Labyrinthia. How can you be so certain? Because her deep claw marks can still be seen throughout the town. The fire? Claw marks? You must all have seen them, too. The traces of that fire. When you entered this library. Why, yes, there was part of this building that had suffered noticeable damage. Bazella is a fearful witch who has all the other witches doing her bidding. Long ago, this town was reduced to ashes as a result of her fiery magic. Reduced to ashes? That must have been, let me see, 100 or so years ago. It was on the evening of the Fire Festival held every year in honor of the Great Witch Bazella. The Great Witch's fury was unleashed without warning as the entire town burned. That's terrible. That was the legendary fire. Every person in this town knows about it. The legendary fire. The rebuilding of the town was a long and arduous process, and all the while, Bazella must have been watching and laughing from the shadows. It's awful. Even now, the legend of long ago continues to cause real suffering amongst the townsfolk. To think that a painting of the fearful witch could be right here in the basement of my beloved library. What is it doing here of all places? There's nothing for it. I'll just have to have this room sealed shut. Please, let's keep the existence of this room strictly between ourselves, for the good of the people. As for me, I shall do my best to forget all about this hidden room. I'm afraid I'd rather not remain in here a bit longer. Oh, but I didn't get to see the mural, so I started closing up the library for the day. No, I didn't get to examine. I can't help but feel we've done something wrong. Luke, do you recall the words toward the end of that message? Do you mean until then I will wait? That's right. We opened this door rather than being guided to opening this door. But since someone else is willing to look, it's almost as if our following Carmine and coming to this library had all been planned out in advance. Surely you don't mean that we were beckoned here by the Great Witch Bazella? I can't tell whether they believe in these witches or not. Bazella. Yeah, I won't get to examine it.
Is something the matter? Are you feeling all right, Espella?
Yes, I'm fine, really.
Did she just have memories of the fire that happened 100 years ago? Then again, Phoenix and Maya have been there for 5 years, so what is time in this place? Because Phoenix and Maya have definitely not been here for 5 years.
Espella?
Yes? What is it?
It's just that, well, you've been so quiet.
Oh, it's nothing. It's just that this room, it's a little chilly, don't you think?
The atmosphere is a bit sinister, Not to mention that scary picture.
Chilly with all the fires going?
Maybe it's about time we made a move from here?
Yes, indeed.
Yes, indeed. Those words at the end of the message. I will wait. What if we weren't meant to be the ones being called here? Who else? Oh. Okay. Hidden beneath the Great Archive were ancient remains, which was enshrined in an ominous wall painting depicting the town being consumed by fire. When was this painting created and by whom? Was it by chance that we found this wall painting, or were we in fact led to it by someone? Carmine had been visiting the Great Archive to investigate one of the Labyrinthian secrets. The secret being the ancient remains found hidden in a room beneath the library. He would have thought that the secret Carmine was after was a mural of the Great Witch Bazilla under the library. Okay, so the yellow ones are the ones that have been solved. The blue ones have not been. Okay. We're going on 3 hours here, guys. Ew, it's much more relaxing here, isn't it? I feel so intense and claustrophobic down there. Yes, it certainly did. Today has been full of surprises. Not only did I meet up with you two again, but we also found that mural in the library. It seems that this town really does hold a mysterious secret, doesn't it? What shall we do now? I'd certainly like to learn more about this magic. We've been in here for quite some time. It must be getting late. It's probably best if we wind up our investigation for today and take a rest. You must both be feeling tired. Yes, I suppose you're right. I'd be happy to do a little more investigating with you two. But I have an errand to run before it gets too late. I'm still up for investigating further. Whatever the puzzle, I'm ready to solve it. I could hear your tummy rumbling from here just now. Well, I can't pretend I'm not a little hungry. If you had arranged accommodation here, why don't you both stay at the bakery? There's a room free, so I'm sure it'd be alright. And Mrs. Sinclair would love to have you. What do you say? No, if you put it like that, we'll be delighted to stay. Thank you, Isabel. And there's all that delicious bread, too. I'm looking forward to it already. Professor Layton, do you have to be going? Yes, sorry for the trouble we put you to. Not at all. Although I still can't get used to there being a secret room under the library. It's been a while since I last met someone capable of solving my puzzles. And as I promised, you have my permission to borrow the Grand Grimoire. If you have any need for it in the future, please do drop by and let me know. Thank you very much, Miss Mystery. It's been a pleasure. Oh, there's just one more thing. I have all of Labyrinthia's puzzles stored here in the library. Yeah, there it is. To continue with your investigations here in Labyrinthia, there will likely be puzzles you cannot solve and which you cannot find. Such puzzles will come to me. Visit me and I'll show them to you. Look forward to seeing you again. I'll be waiting. Please take care of your way home. It's already getting dark out there. And if I remember rightly, the storyteller's latest story did mention the evening. You take care too. Until we meet again, Miss Mystery. Oh yeah, what was the story? Something about the two companions dying at fire? Wow, it's already this dark out here. I didn't realize we were in there so long. Looks as if we might have been raining up until a moment ago. The ground is so wet. Yes, and that reminds me of what Mrs. Sinclair was saying before we left. She said you might want to hurry. It looks like it might rain at any time. Let's get a move on. You too, Isabel. Hey, where is she? That's strange. She's not here. She did have an errand to run. I wonder where she could have gone. Perhaps she's still in the Great Archive. What are you doing out here with all of those? Slowly does it, step by step. Oh, are you two still here? Can you let me through? I have to lock up. Hello, Dewey. Have you seen Espella? We're looking for Espella. She left while you were still talking to Miss Mystery. I wonder why. She said something about having to buy some milk, even though it's still raining. Oh, yes, I do remember Mrs. Sinclair asking her to get some milk for the bakery. It was raining, you said? Yes, it started raining about the time you all went down to that library basement. When Espella left just now, it did look as if the rain was about to stop. Ah, yes, she left a message for you. She said to go back without her. But
she doesn't have to go alone, especially in the dark. I'm sure she'll be fine. If it's the only milk she needs, then she can get it at the market. It's not far, so she should be back soon. If anything, I'd be more worried about you two being the ones in danger. You know, in the story, it said there were two companions. If your work here is finished, then I suggest you both go home. I don't want to get caught up in anything.
Luke, why don't we head back to the bakery and wait for Isabella there?
I suppose so. I guess she'll be alright. Right? One can only hope. Let's hope that we're gonna be alright. Professor, I smell freshly baked bread. I wonder if that could be Mrs. Eclair's work. Let's go inside.
Yes, we could. Although we could also take a walk around the town at night. If there's nothing else you'd particularly like to see, perhaps we should head back in.
Evening, gents. Isn't Isabella with you?
Do you know Isabella?
Do I know her? There isn't a person in this town who doesn't know Isabella. I didn't realize she was so famous.
I've known some ignorant people, but you two really take the biscuit. If you knew her better, I doubt you'd spend as much time with her.
What's that supposed to mean? Isabella's a lovely person. I don't know how you can say that.
Personally, I don't enjoy talking about her in that way either.
Well, that was vague. Oh. Nice spread.
Oh, welcome back! I've prepared the evening meal already.
Wow, it looks great.
Hang on, where's Isabella? I'm afraid we've separated when she went to get the milk. Has she not come back yet? Oh dear, maybe I was asking too much of her. My apologies, I should have stopped her, had I had the chance.
It's nothing you need to worry about, Mr. Layton. The girl knows her way around. I'm sure she'll be back soon. Let's go ahead and eat while waiting for her. I love it when we all get to eat together. Meals are much more enjoyable that way. I've never had a bread and jam that tasted this good before.
I hope Isabella gets back soon.
Oh yeah, you guys went out to the Great Archive with her, didn't you?
Did you find what you were looking for?
Well, it's a bit of a mystery, really.
What do you mean? In truth, we went there to investigate the mystery that is Labyrinthia. However, what we found instead was quite the puzzle.
Oh, right. A puzzle, huh? You know, I get the impression puzzles are pretty popular in this town. Do you not know what a puzzle is, Nick? Not that I know exactly. Well, we spend all our time baking. It's not really the kind of thing we're supposed to know about, I guess.
Indeed, it appears the two of you are a little unsure about the concept of puzzles.
Say, Mr. Layton, do you think you could give us a little Puzzle 101 crash course? I'm kind of curious.
It would be my pleasure, Miss Faye. But rather than explaining it in words, I believe actually trying your hand at a puzzle would be far more rewarding than I knew it. Here, I'll give you both a simple example to think about. Now then, here we have two long loaves of bread placed side by side. You'll notice that they form the number 11. You see what I mean?
Oh, yeah, I get it.
So that's what a puzzle is. Not quite, Miss Faye. The puzzle is what follows next. What I'd like you to try is... I'd like you to see if you can change this into a number lower than 11.
A lower number, so how about if I take one of the loaves?
However, the one condition is that you must add another loaf of exactly the same type.
You need to add another loaf?
Even though we add a loaf, the number has to be lower. I think I'm beginning to see what you mean by puzzle.
Oh, wait, I think I've got it. I may just be a baker, but I bet I have the right answer. If I place the extra loaf sideways, like this, then 1 minus 1 equals 0. Oh, give me a break, Nick. That's totally the letter H. We're trying to solve a puzzle here, not win a spelling bee. Oh, come on. You can't be the only one that sees 1 minus 1, right? Right?
Turning it into a matter of arithmetic is certainly an interesting approach. You, think so?
Most certainly. That's precisely the kind of flexible thinking needed for solving puzzles. Now, let's think again. Take a seat and leave this to a pro. Oh, take a seat and leave this to a pro, Nick. How about this? You just take this new loaf and ta-da! Now that's 1 minus 1. Hey, eating is cheating. Really? Because it feels more like winning to me.
You're full of surprises, Miss Fay. I didn't expect that kind of innovation. I solved the puzzle and enjoyed the bread. Win-win, baby. But didn't Mr. Layton tell us at the start that we need to add another loaf of the exact same type? Huh, seriously? That's right. Unfortunately, I'm afraid I cannot accept this as a solution to the puzzle. Well, alright, but is there really another better solution? Also, why are they going through this now? It's like this is a tutorial, but it's not really because I've already gone through a prologue with him. Well, what do you think? Can either of you think of a different solution? I'm thinking like a Roman numeral. I'm drawing a blank. I guess this kind of thing just isn't for me. You both came up with such creative answers. I'm sure you'll be solving puzzles in no time. But now it's time for the solution. The important thing in this puzzle solution is the angle of the loaf that is added. The new loaf is placed upright like so. Oh! Oh, I get it. The number is 1.1, right? Hey, that's right. That's a lot lower than 11. Exactly. In solving puzzles, there's never just one correct method. It's essential to think flexibility. To think flexibly and try many means to solve it. Sometimes critical thinking is the key to success. Right, I see what you mean. These puzzles are really something else. Well, if I see another puzzle like this, I'd still rather eat my way to the solution. You know, I don't think I'm cut out for these brain-busting bread puzzles like this. I'll stick with good old regular bread, thanks. That's because we're ace bakers. I guess we're better suited to using our hands than our heads. Is that so? In truth, I can't help but feel you're both a little out of place as bakers, if you'll pardon my saying so. Naturally, I won't force puzzles upon you. But if either of you should be interested, I would heartily recommend giving puzzle solving a try. Professor, right now there's something else we all need to try. Mrs. Eclair's freshly baked bread is getting cold. And I'm sure it tastes better hot. Oh dear, so it is. You know how I can get when it comes to puzzles. Where is Isabella? Well, young man, I must say it's a pleasure to have someone show such appreciation for my baking. When it comes to your bread, Mrs. Eclair, there's no limit to how much I can eat. Luke! You shouldn't have said that. My, aren't you a darling? Well then, in that case, I suppose I just have to bring out my special reserve. Hold on a moment, I'll go fetch it. Right, I think it's time I started preparing tomorrow's bread. Oh, yes, me too. Sure, it must be that time already. Professor, what was that all about? I'm not entirely sure, but I do seem struck by a sudden sense of impending doom. Sorry to have kept you waiting. There you go, have at it. But be warned, I won't take kindly to any leftovers. Whoa. This loaf. Wait, where did those two go? Miss Maya, Mr. Wright. Look, it would appear that we have been left to tackle this particular task alone. I'm stuffed. I believe this must be the most bread I've ever eaten in my life. Wait a sec. I just realized we've finished eating, but Isabella still isn't back yet. Indeed. She went to the market, didn't she? Perhaps we ought to go and... Oh my! Customers this late hour. I'm sorry, but we're closed. That's him. That man over there. So he's the one, is he? Just a minute. What do you think you're doing, barging in here like this? Stand aside, madam. This is a matter of urgency. What are you going to do? You there, Porcupine Head. You're coming with us. Porcupine Head? You don't mean me, do you? Who else in this room fits that description? Certainly, you would appear to be alone in that particular front. I wish I had a top hat too right now. Enough of your idle chit-chat. Time to get going. What do you mean? It should be quite obvious. You're coming to the court, of course. The court?
Mr. Wright, what did you do? Come on, Nick, what did you do? I didn't do anything. The only thing you can accuse me of is making bread that's too good to eat. This man is on trial. In that case, why is Mr. Wright being made to go to the court? Simple. The girl has requested him, of course. Girl? What girl? Naturally, the girl facing trial for this evening's crime. And that heinous witch, Mrs. Spella Cantabella, no less. Well, at least somebody knows that he's a lawyer and not a baker. Oh, I'm not going to last long here with rambling on because it is almost 3 hours into recording. That was a long one. Oh, okay, so here's what I was talking about. These are the puzzles sent to Riddler. Oh my gosh. Clearly I've been at this too long. I probably could have gone and explored some more at night. I think that's probably what ended up happening, is I could have done that. But yeah, so I can go to Riddle at any time, do these puzzles. Maybe we'll do a little episode of solving all of the missed puzzles. Not whenever we have 3 hours into recording. So sometime we will complete these. But in the meantime, oh my goodness, thanks for sticking through. That was a longer one, but it seems like we're going to be going off into court again, and we have Phoenix maybe realizing that he's a lawyer. I don't know what's happening with Phoenix and Maya right now. They look they're very off. Maybe they're all like, their memory is weird like Espella's was. I don't know, but it's weird because like Layton and Luke aren't affected by that kind of like memory surge, so I don't know what's going on. Something like they had the same thing. They opened the book and like teleported into Labyrinthia, so I don't know what's the difference in how things came to pass. Maybe that'll be explained. Who knows? I said that I wasn't going to ramble on because it's been a long episode, so we will find out soon what's going on, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye!